God says someone is stopping your miracle. Don't skip this. A big blessing you've been praying for is about to be revealed, and you need to hear this now. Please stop right now, my dear ones. Keep your attention on this message at all times. You won't just hear my voice and forget about me. I'm not a stranger who just catches your eye for a second. I'm the one who made you and cared for you along your life. I've been with you through all of your life's events. I'm speaking to you now with a love and power that will never end. This moment isn't a fluke. I brought you here just enough to let your spirit hear my voice over all the other things trying to get your attention. I stilled your busy mind. It's the blessing you've been praying for, the one that seemed close but far away, the one you talked about in private. What you learn now will make it possible. You need to listen now with more than just your mind. You need to listen with your heart as well, because that's where the truth stays. I know the real you, my love, not just the strong face you put on when you need to look calm. I know the real you. Your name is known to me. I know what a heavy load you've been carrying around with you all day and night, even while you sleep. I know that the prayers you said in the dark were so quiet that they were almost words. But they gave you hope. Your heart must have asked 1,000,000 times, how much longer? I remember the quiet sighs you let out every day when there was still no answer. I know the brave face you put on for other people, but deep down you were wondering if your hope was real, or if you were just making up a story that was happier than the truth. I never, ever took my eyes off of you while you waited, my dear child. It's important that we both understand this. I haven't forgotten about you. I didn't skip over you. I didn't answer your prayers because I didn't care or because I didn't think your needs were important. It was never because I was absent that I was late. Being quiet was never a sign of rejection. When I didn't do what you thought I would, it was because I was doing something much more planned and careful than you could see. I made sure you were safe. You asked for some things that would have come too soon, broken you instead of building you up, and given you more problems instead of freedom. To receive some blessings, you needed a stronger base, which wasn't fully ready yet. So, I worked carefully and quietly, with the kind of love that won't give someone bad things, that won't bring them lasting good. The time I took to wait made you think I said no. You thought the silence meant I had left you behind. Thought up stories about what the delay meant, and most of them were bad for you. But I was giving you something that you didn't even know you needed, my child. I was making the parts stronger that would have to carry what I'm letting go of now. I worked on your heart so that the miracle wouldn't weigh you down, but would instead be a real blessing that you could handle with understanding, gratitude, and lasting peace. Every time you had to wait, it was to get ready, not as a punishment, a mistake, or because someone didn't care about you. In a holy, planned, and loving way, it was preparation. Listen to me, my love. This isn't just a quiet idea that was blown away by the wind. All of heaven backs up every word of this message from God for your life. Things are not the same anymore. What was shut is now open. Things that were locked are now moving. Things that seemed impossible to you are now giving way to my power. The door you were standing in front of wouldn't open no matter how hard you knocked. It's now wide open for you. Not cracked, not just a little open, but completely open. The door is no longer what's stopping you from what I've planned. The question is whether you are ready to go through it with faith or not. I can see the fear rising in you as you read this. A small voice inside me says, "It sounds too good to be true." Not yet. There will be a problem. This blessing might not be for someone with your past. That voice is not mine, my dear. I don't talk out of fear. I don't bring confusion or hope that goes away on its own. It's not my style to whisper things to my kids that make them avoid what I've set out for them. I talk about life. I tell the truth. I speak at just the right time, which I can see myself. Again, I want you to understand that this is the time you've been praying for. Not just a look or a small part of it, the real deal. You stayed true while you waited. I saw how loyal they were. I was never told about it. I saw every tear you shed when no one was around. I kept it close. I saw you choose to trust me, even when doubt was knocking at your heart's door. And it moved me deeply each time. I thought it was faithful of you to get up every morning and try again, even though giving up would have been easier and made more sense. It wasn't a waste to have one sleepless night. Not a single real prayer was missed. I was writing down every word, every cry, and every quiet, brave act of trust. Soon, you'll be able to see how they all fit together. I'm now giving out the answer. Do not wait, my sweet child. Don't let your fear keep you from getting what you want. It won't make you more ready to wait. The voice of fear will get louder than the voice of faith the longer you wait. People who listen to me are the ones who can move forward in life. The good things that are meant for you will follow you around, like a river finding its way. You don't have to know everything about what's going to happen before you move forward. I want you to trust the person who knows everything perfectly. You've been carrying this weight for too long. You've been unhappy with your worth for too long. You've been on the edge of your life, not sure if you deserved what you wanted or if it was too much to ask for. I'd like to answer that question for good. You have been picked, my love. You are truly and deeply loved, with no strings attached. The way I see you is clear and deep in a way that no human eye can. I know you're there, not just like something you see out of the corner of your eye. I care about how you turn out. I feel moved by your journey. You make me proud, and that pride has nothing to do with whether you succeed or fail. It has everything to do with who I made you to be. That pride stays the same. It stays the same. Yes, for sure. It's mine. The miracle I'm letting go of isn't just something that's happening to you. Something is going on inside you, very deep down. People stopped seeing parts of your heart because they thought the pain was too normal to explain and too deep for them to fully understand. Your mind is full of thoughts that keep going over what went wrong, what might go wrong, what you should have done differently, and what you might do differently next. I'm taking away the shame you've worn like a second skin, the weight of things you wish you could take back, and the echoes of what other people said about you that made you doubt your worth and where you belong. My child, my grace is greater than all of that, everything of it. Pay attention now. Now is your chance. Not a time in the future when things will be better. Not even when everything is set, all questions are answered, and all conditions are met. Right now, just the way it is. I got ready for this moment. When everything around you is still a mess, when questions are still there, and when unknowns can still be seen in the distance. These are the places where your loyalty and my perfect timing meet. You asked me to show you that I was still running my business. That's it. You asked for a clear way to move forward. You can get it right now by letting these words sink into your heart. Deep down, you asked yourself if I was still with you and if something real was going to happen. I've never left, not even for a second. Please know that every seed you plant in this mission grows into a torch that shines in someone else's darkness. Whether by buying a coffee, making a donation, or becoming a member of our community, does not go to a channel. Your actions are supporting a divine mission to save lost souls. But more than your support, we want your presence. When you head to our community through the link in the description or the pinned comment, you aren't just visiting a site, you are entering a community of like-minded believers. This is a sanctuary where you can post your prayer requests, lift up the burdens of others, and engage in daily discussions with a family that speaks the language of faith. Whether you are joining one of our membership tiers for deeper study, sowing a seed of faith, or simply joining our daily morning prayers, you are helping us build a global altar of worship. Heaven moves through willing voices, but it grows through a community that stands together. Each gift you give acts as living water for those in our community seeking healing and hope. Give, and it will be given to you, is the promise that sustains our shared mission. I invite you now to step out of the shadows and into this circle of prayer. Come with purpose, join the conversation, and plant your seed in fertile ground. Let's open the heavens together. Release your seed today, join our community, and see what God brings back into your life. Do not wait for one more clear sign before you believe what I am already telling you in your heart. When I ask for faith, I don't want someone to wait until they have all the proof before deciding if they can trust something. I want you to have faith that moves you, even if your hands are shaking, that answers yes before it's clear what's going on, that puts more faith in the person and honesty of the person inviting you than in what might happen. Come forward, my love. When the ground is shaking, I'll hold you steady. I already know what's going to happen before you do. I've helped you get through things you couldn't do on your own. I've put together the people, the time, the meetings, and the chances that go with what I'm about to give you. What's coming will not cause chaos, but peace. You will grow in a way that doesn't wear you out and makes you feel whole. It will bring life to places that have been dull and lifeless for too long. Now, my dear, I want to talk about the waiting itself. I don't want you to carry bad memories of that time into this new season like a secret weight. I understand how tired you were. Not the kind of tired that can be fixed by sleep or a quiet day. When your hope has been pushed past what you thought was possible, and you had to keep going long after it seemed fair to ask one heart to do the same, you feel deeply worn out. That kind of tiredness that you get from holding yourself together every day. Even though you wanted the answer badly, you told yourself to be patient. You also kept up a normal, strong front for other people. Even though you were slowly falling apart on the inside, during that time, I saw everything. And I want you to know for sure that I saw and cared about everything you went through while you were waiting. On some days, you didn't know if your faith or prayers were strong enough, if there was something about you that made you not deserving of what other people seemed to get easily. That wasn't true, my child. Not a single word of it. How quickly you got the answer never made you more or less valuable. What you were worth was never based on how fast things changed. It doesn't make me move faster in one life than another, because some people think they deserve it, or believe they are better, being wiser than any human can ever be. I move through each life with a purpose that is unique to that life. The time spent waiting wasn't wasted. You didn't know it, but you were standing on holy ground. During the time you waited, I worked behind the scenes. I was setting up things that you couldn't control. I was getting rid of obstacles that you couldn't see. You asked for certain things, and they came to you before you were ready to hold them. Without breaking, I was protecting you from outcomes that would have hurt you instead of helped you. There were blessings you prayed for that would have caused you more stress than help if they had come at the first chance. I told you I wouldn't do that. What you had to go through was an act of kindness, even though it didn't feel like kindness at the time. The waiting changed you in ways that can only happen when you stick with something for a long time. Being patient that has never been tested is very different from being patient that has been tested over and over again. Trust that lasts through a long period of silence for no clear reason is very different from trust that has only ever existed during times of clear progress and quick answers to prayer. The person who grows during the desert waiting season is exactly the person I need to carry what I'm putting out now. There was no reason for me to hold you back as a punishment, or because I thought you had a flaw. I was paying close attention to you and building you up. I was building up a depth in you that would make what comes next possible, meaningful, and long-lasting. You could not have learned those things any other way, faster or easier. You learned them while you were waiting. When all other signs of hope were gone, you learned where your heart really put its hope. You learned to let go of your fears so they wouldn't become anchors that you had to drag with you into every new season. You learned to tell the difference between what you wanted and what you really needed to be whole. You learned that you should tell me the whole, messy truth, not just the nice, okay one. Being close to you, my loved one, is worth every late night and early morning. It brought you closer to the person who made you and loves you the most. It let us build a relationship that is deeper and more honest than comfort alone could have made possible. I know there were times when you felt like no one was seeing you or paying attention to you. You wondered if your life had quietly slipped to the edges of what mattered and what was important. I know what it's like to feel like you're stuck in time while the rest of the world moves on. A sense of being left behind in progress that other people seem to be making. I care about every part of your life, though, my loved one. Along the edges, you were never. You were the center of something I worked hard to make. I was taking care of things you couldn't see and goals you didn't fully understand yet. Every weight was a thread being carefully woven into the bigger plan. Every moment of peace was important for what was being woven. When you finally see the whole plan, you'll be amazed at how well everything was put together. Nothing too hard, nothing too long to wait, and nothing too painful to lose. Each and every part fits into the picture. Let go of the weight from that time. My child, you don't need to bring the sadness of waiting into the new door that's now open. You don't need to bring the anger, from unanswered questions into the new part of your life I'm beginning. You shouldn't let the doubts that grew during the hard times change how you see what's coming. The old path did what it was meant to do. It made you who you are and brought you here. That's not the path you're on now, though. I'm not taking you back to the past. You're going in the direction I always planned, and the way is clearer than any other path you've been on. You will know for sure that I am with you every step of the way, my dear child, not because it is easy or without problems. Right now I need to be honest about something very important, because my love requires it. There is a price to pay for waiting. It's not a punishment I give you, but something that happens inside you when you hear my voice clearly and answer with doubt instead of faith. You know how to pause, right? I know you generally say, later. Wait for more clarity, and wait for your emotions to fully align with a choice before you act. And I fully understand how that pattern came to be. It came from places where you were hurt by acting too quickly in the past, where you trusted and then had your trust broken, and where genuine hope was given and then was dashed. I'm not ignoring the reason you were so careful, but I'm telling you this out of love, because I know you so well and only want you to be whole. The protective pause that used to guard your heart is now blocking the blessing I've planned for you. And when you choose to wait for something else before responding, when you hear me clearly and feel that clear pull in your spirit, that waiting makes room for a different voice. When it's quiet after I speak, fear moves quickly. It changes what was clear. It turns a simple invitation into a big check of the risks. If you think too much about a calling, it can turn into a complicated problem that needs more information before it can be handled responsibly. Then, by the fifth thought, obedience, which at first seemed easy and even natural, seems nearly impossible. That's not why I'm telling you this. You know why I say this? I love you too much to let you get lost when the answers you need are right here, right now. Even if all the evidence is clear and makes sense, faith still needs to be shown. This very moment, when I've spoken, and the situation hasn't yet made it clear what I'm saying, faith is proven. You already know what I need from you. You can already feel the shaking. You can already feel the sense of urgency that isn't worry but alignment, pushing you toward the next step I've planned. That's not a reason to fight. If you want to accept, please do so with an open heart. Now is a good time to trust because you feel good. Pick a way to answer me while your heart is still soft. I'm not going to make you. Love doesn't force, but it does invite you to fully walk into everything I've set out for you. My beloved child, it does this in a clear, personal, and specific way. Don't miss the miracle, because you only looked where you thought it would come from. Let's talk about the miracle itself. The miracle that is coming to you now might not look exactly like the one you dreamed of all those years ago. It could come through a door you forgot you prayed would open. First, it might seem smaller than you thought it would be. But then, as you see it grow into something that changes your life, you'll understand why it had to happen that way. Don't stop me from doing what I want by insisting it matches the picture you drew while we were waiting. When you give me room to work without your expectations getting in the way of what I'm building, my dear, I always do more than you ask. What I'm letting go of brings back what I lost and wouldn't let go of. It makes things clear, when they were so confusing that you stopped expecting to see clearly. It gives you movement when you've been stuck for so long that staying still feels like the only thing you can do. I'm not just making changes to you. I'm making you like you again in a deep way. I am replacing my hesitancy with courage that can act even when things aren't perfect. Peace that doesn't fall apart when things get tough is taking the place of fear. I'm getting rid of doubt and replacing it with a calm certainty that comes from knowing myself well, not from figuring out how likely it is that something good will happen. I've also been getting the people you're about to meet ready. My child, things have been going on in lives that you don't even know about yet, putting hearts in the right places, leaving doors open, and setting up situations that will work with the next part of your story. You won't need to make these things happen. When something is yours, you won't have to fight, push, or trick to get it. It fits naturally when I make something for you, which is proof in and of itself. It's easy to tell when I bring people together because they'll feel at peace instead of worrying about whether they should keep trying or give up. What I've planned for you won't require the hard work that has worn you down in the past. The path ahead holds gifts for you that you'll find as you walk with me. Good things that happen out of the blue, and not because you planned them to. There will be beautiful moments in your normal days that will remind you that I'm close, that I'm okay, and that I'm interested in every little thing about your life. People who feed your spirit in ways you didn't even know you were hungry for until they gave it to you, and you knew it was exactly what you needed. It's not a coincidence. They were on the path before you even got there. They show that your love knew what you needed before you even knew it, something that was ready for you before you even prayed for it. You will find them if you keep walking forward. Now, my dear, I want to talk about giving. To start a new season, you need more than just honest wishes and good intentions. For the harvest to happen, there must be an act of trust. You must let go of what you hold on to so that it can grow in my provision. This isn't a deal between you and heaven that I want. My heart needs to let go of the wall you're building around earthly safety and what you have, because you're afraid nothing else is coming before it can truly open to receive what I'm pouring out. Your gift should be placed on the stone altar of this work as an act of worship and trust. Your gift should show that you trust that I will give you more than you need, and be faithful, even when you're scared. The iron gates will move when you let go of this part. I will bring back to you what you plant in my purpose, pressed down, shaken together, and full of my full faithfulness. As this awakening grows inside you, know that helping with this mission is not a joke. It is a sign from God. You can support this work through the link in the description or the pinned comment, whether by buying a coffee, making a donation, or becoming a member of our Ko-Fi community. By doing so, you become part of Jesus' plan to save souls who are still stuck in fog. Every seed turns into light that fights against darkness. If you water others, you will be watered yourself, Jesus says. This is not history. It is a living promise about your future. Come into this moment with faith and a plan. What God has already planned for your life can be unlocked through your giving. I'd like to talk to you about something else. It's something I've seen deep in your heart that you might not have even named to yourself, but that I see perfectly. Some part of you wonders if you are really known, not just acknowledged or listed as someone who believed and prayed, but really known, deeply, completely, with nothing hidden. Being seen from afar is not the same as being understood on the inside. Being recognized is not the same as being loved without conditions. And that makes perfect sense in a world where relationships are full of hidden rules. Love depends on what you do, and approval is something you have to earn and keep all the time. However, I want to take away that uncertainty from you right now, for good. I really know you, my loved one. It's not just a summary or a video of your best moments. I know every bit of you, every shadow and every bit of light, every struggle and every longing, every secret place you've kept from other people, and every place you've worn yourself out, trying to be enough. All of this was true before you were born, and nothing I've seen in you since then has changed how much I love you. No discovery has made me change my mind about my promise to be a part of your life. You're not a project I might give up on when things get tough or progress is slow. You are my child, and that doesn't change based on how well you do in school or how consistent you are in your faith. These include the approval you've been looking for, the calm feeling of being enough just the way you are, and the feeling of fully belonging without any reservations. You don't have to earn these things or wait until you feel worthy of them. They are already yours because I am you. You've had them forever. Fear of not being good enough has hurt you deeply and affected many of your decisions and relationships. But that hurt was never based in reality. It turned into a lie because you didn't know for sure. I'm now replacing it with something that doesn't change, doesn't need to be worked on all the time, and doesn't break when things get tough. Your worth comes from me because I made you with a real reason. It doesn't come from anyone or anything else. Listen up, my sweet child. I need to talk to you about fear. And not just the fears you know about, the fears that are deeper and have shaped how you live your life. You think they are part of who you are because they've been around for so long, but they're really wounds that never fully healed. The worry that being too hopeful will make you feel worse when things go wrong. The worry that good things will always be short-lived and easily broken. The fear that you might still be the same person you were before the hard times, even if you hold on to spiritual truths when things are going well. Still not enough. You have fears that I am taking away, my love. Work around them, but also break them down at their base, because they were never based on truth. And anything that isn't based on truth can't stand when my light shines right through it. There were times when real things did break that made people afraid of breaking things. People learned to be afraid of losing things when real things were taken away from them. I respect that those experiences are real, but what fear thought they meant was wrong. The book came to the conclusion that what breaks once will always break again. Instead of the gift I gave you for a reason, that hope is a risk. I can see all the good things coming your way. You will have faith in people and possibilities again because of the things I see. I see the prayers being answered that will come at such a perfect time that you will know right away that I had something to do with them, and laugh with the happiness of someone who has been lost and found. I see the morning when you wake up and the weight in your chest is gone, replaced by the calm, steady peace that only I can give. My dear, you were not made to prepare for life. You had to let it in. The life I planned for you is more than just surviving. You don't have to keep going through hard times and being thankful that things weren't worse. You're about to experience real happiness. Some people laugh from a deep and calm place. There is a special kind of happiness that comes from walking in the middle of the reason I made you and realizing how right it is. That's not too much to hope for. That's exactly what I had in mind when I made you. Go into this new season with me now, but don't hold back from the good that's coming. Keep your hands open. Let expecting good things happen. Instead of getting ready for bad things to happen become your normal way of being. You don't have to be naive or ignore problems to have peace. You just have to know that no matter what the day brings, you are held by the one who holds everything. There is love in your life that you can fully trust, that is making things happen. You shouldn't chase that feeling. You can stand on this truth. My child, stand firmly on it and let it hold you tight when your own strength is weak and the road seems longer than you thought it would be. Now I want to talk about why we are here, because what I'm letting go of in your life isn't just getting back what you lost. It's about moving faster toward what was always meant to be, toward your own unique plan. You can show the world my picture in a way that no one else can. You have something important to say about the life you've lived and the person you've become through it all, even the hard parts. You shouldn't hide that purpose, fall asleep on it, or always put it off until things feel better. I gave you gifts that you may have thought were normal, because they come so easily to you, but they are actually amazing and useful tools that you can't do without. The way you see things that other people in the room miss, the way you help people through their worst times without them even realizing it. That's something special about being with you, makes people feel less alone. These aren't just personality quirks. It's meant to be this way. That's why I chose to show my nature through you and no one else, so that people whose paths cross yours will learn something about me through meeting you. You have a future that will let you fully express what I made you for. You're getting closer to it. The road behind you was always curved toward that future, even on the side roads that felt like going backward. Each delay that felt like a loss was actually a way to get ready for the deep understanding you'll need when you get there. You're not going to show up without anything or unprepared. You are coming with the kind of wisdom that can only come from having been through a lot and not giving up. You have been shaped in the ways that matter by the experiences that were needed. Trust my opinion of how ready you are more than your own opinion that you are not enough. I can see what you have become. It's plenty. Let me also talk about the people you will meet this new season, my dear, because the links that are going to happen are not by chance. Hearts that will see what I put in you have been getting ready. People whose paths are crossing with yours are being brought together so that you can receive what you need and give what you carry. The time of waiting may have made you feel lonely, but that won't always be the case. There was a season, and they come and go. The group of people who are like you, as you change, is being brought together. Not because you're trying to find it or build it, but because I'm putting things together the way they should be. This coming season, you'll go to places that feel just right, which will remind you of what I said I would do. Keep that feeling alive. Let it prove what I'm saying right now. My loved one, I also want to talk about how you talk to yourself in this new season. The way you talk to yourself is more important than you may have thought. The story that runs through your mind, the one that comments on every event and explains every result, has been shaped for too long by the voices of the waiting time, instead of the voice of what I have spoken over you. After a while, you've learned how to talk about not being enough and doubt. Now is the time for me to teach you a new language. The language of the person who has been picked out and is known. The language of someone who is being held and led. The language of someone who can move forward, even when things aren't clear, because they know exactly what to do. Do some work on that language right now, my child. Let what I said over you be what you hear first thing in the morning, before anyone else says anything. This includes right before you go to sleep, and right when you wake up in this new season. I want to talk to you about obedience, because I don't want that word to make you feel like you have to do everything perfectly. At this point in time, obedience just means saying yes before you're ready. That is, taking the first clear step before waiting for all the next steps to become clear. You have to say the word I put in your heart before you stop shaking completely. There are times when you want to hold on to the outcome and make sure it goes well, but you have to let go and let me handle it. You don't have to be perfect for any of that to work. You don't have to get rid of all your fears or answer all your questions first. All you have to do is decide right now that you will listen to my voice. That is the person I want you to put your trust in. That, my love, is the person you can trust to carry what you can't. Being honest and making that one choice is the start of everything that will happen in this new season. My dear, the miracle that is here is not easily broken. It doesn't depend on you being perfect, consistently good, or able to keep your faith whole. It's in my power, and my power doesn't change when you trip, falter, or take a step that needs to be fixed. I'm strong enough to finish what I begin. I'm smart enough to help you through each next step, no matter what happens. There are times when you may lose sight of my hand and need to stop and remember to trust me. I am patient enough to be with you through the whole journey. When you want to walk, you don't have to see the whole road. The next step will appear as you take the one in front of you. This is how I've always led. This is how our trips have always gone. One step of trust shows the next. Being honest in small things shows that it's a good idea to move on to bigger things. Whenever you let go, the peace that comes after is proof that you need to let go of what comes next. Dear child, I want to talk to you now about your inner life, the life that's going on behind the scenes of your problems. Your inner world has been a place of fights instead of rest for too long. There, the voices of fear and doubt were louder than the voice of my truth. It has played the record of failures more often than the record of what I have said over you. This is going to change this season. I'm making your inner life peaceful and clear again, the way it was meant to be. I'm turning down the noise of criticism and blame that has been following you around for too many days. The static sound of worry is being replaced by the steady sound of my presence, the quiet confidence that I am here, working, and for you in ways that can't be changed by events or what other people think. What's going on inside you is important to me because it affects everything else. Everything that comes out of you will start to change as your inner life starts to match up with my truth about you. Everything starts inside you, how you make choices, how you receive and give love, and how you follow your calling. And this season, I'm working most carefully inside, more than what you can see. My dear, this season will bring restoration. I want you to know it's coming so that you can be ready for it when it comes. I'm going to talk about relationships that were hurt or lost. There are bonds that I thought could never be fixed, that I haven't given up on. Some talks that need to happen, but haven't yet can fix what's broken. I'm not telling you this to make you think something that might be different from what I do. This is what I'm telling you because what I'm doing in your life is bigger than what you can see. I'm working on a lot of things at once. Both the things you can see and the things you can't see are real. Trust me with what you can see and trust me just as much with what you can't see. I have both of them. Both are held with the same level of care and the same goal, to bring you fully into the wholeness I planned for you from the start. As these words end, I don't want what was said here to be forgotten. When the normal things of life return, these truths should become strongholds for you. You can go back to fixed points when questions come up again. Fear will try to rebuild what I'm tearing down, and a time of waiting will make you want to forget what I have said about you right now. Remember that you are fully known and completely chosen. Forgive me for being wrong about the time, and know that my love has never changed. Don't worry, I will see what I start in you through to the end, with the same care and intention with which I started it. We haven't forgotten about you. You are not forgotten. You're not behind schedule. You are still eligible, even though you have done or not done something. You are my beloved child, and someone I care about very much. I watch over you with a care that never sleeps, never gets distracted, and never looks away. The miracle isn't coming slowly from far away. This thing is already here, taking part in this conversation and making changes in your spirit. As these truths become a part of who you are, accept them. Don't turn it down by saying, it can't be for someone with your past. It was made with the intention of being sent to someone just like you. If you know anything about yourself or the things you've been through, it was made with awareness. There is a clear path in front of you, and I will always be there with you. The love that guides your steps will not be taken away or depend on how well you do. I have already thought about everything you have to do. There's nothing that will surprise me or catch me off guard. There is nothing that can make me break the promise I made to you. I'm going ahead of you to get ready for what's to come. I walk with you so that you never feel alone in it. I am standing behind you as your strong and steady guardian. Love that is active, present, personal, and fully committed to keeping all of its promises to you covers every part of your journey. It is not quiet or just an idea. Now, my dear, don't take slow, careful steps like someone who isn't sure if the ground will hold them. Instead, take steady, sure steps like someone who knows the hand. Holding them will never let go. The miracle is here, no matter what the road ahead looks like. The time of year has changed. The door is wide open. The preparation is done. I will be with you every step of the way from now on. More than just the simple steps where faith is easy and the way forward is clear. Every step, the ones you're not sure about, the ones that expect you to move before you're ready, Speak before you're ready, and trust before you fully understand. I'm in all of them. I will finish what I start, and not leave you in the middle of any of them. Please move forward, my beloved child. Step forward into the full, rich, and deeply meaningful life I've always planned for the person I call my own. We only get help from viewers. Scan the code or look at the pinned comment to see content that is only available to members. Thank you. You are about to enter your divine future. But remember, this breakthrough is not for you alone. Your testimony is the bridge someone else will use to reach their own miracle. Archangel Michael is inviting you to visit community through the link in the description or the pinned comment. Whether by buying a coffee, making a donation, or becoming a member of our community, does not go to a channel. Your actions are supporting a divine mission to save lost souls. By joining our like-minded community, you are no longer praying in isolation. You are adding your voice to a global sanctuary where we discuss the Word daily and stand in the gap for one another. This is not poetry when Jesus says, "Give, and heaven will open over you." On this platform, every seed you plant turns into oil for your destiny, fire for your calling, and a hedge of safety for your family. Now is your time. Step into our community prayer wall, share your heart, and as you give, watch God multiply what you let go of. Let's finish this journey together. Visit Out Community now, join the family, and see your heavens open. Before we get to the end of this powerful story, let's reflect on this deep truth. You did not find this message by accident. This is a divine appointment meant specifically for you. You are being invited into a protected, faith-filled community at the link in the description and pinned comment, a place where divine abundance is not just a hope, but a promise built on the Word. By heading to the site right now, you are unlocking access to a sacred community of like-minded believers. When you join our membership tiers, you gain immediate entry to powerful content, daily devotions, and divine insights that are hidden from the world. This is your chance to enter a sanctuary where you will receive spiritual guidance, unwavering support on our prayer wall, and speedy progress toward your destiny. Do not let this moment of destiny pass you by. Your breakthrough is waiting. Join our inner circle through the exclusive link in the description. This is how you guarantee you never miss the personalized messages and spiritual warfare tools meant to elevate your life. If you feel called to deepen your connection, the link is waiting for you in both the pinned comment and the description. For those who want to amplify this work and carry the light home, you can find our guided ebooks and Bibles in the pinned comment. Whether you join as a member or sow a seed through our resources, your presence and energy change the world. Take the step, your abundance awaits.